I'm in Karachi, but I'm going and I'll not be back until January. I'll be coming every month to deliver talks, lectures and stuff. However, I just wanted to make a last video in Karachi before I leave. Now at the airport, you have a lot of time to kill, so it's good to do some reading. I went to the bookshop, found books on the life of the Prophet, peace be upon him, on books, classical Islamic type books, and next to it I interestingly saw Sapiens and Homo Deus, and this book, which I didn't actually have, so I decided to buy it just to, well, should always be reading. Anyway, also Outgrowing God, right? So I was thinking, it's kind of funny this is here in a bookshop in Pakistan, because people don't really know what's inside these books, because if they knew it was anti-Islamic stuff, they'd probably just burn them or something, right? Now, of course, I don't believe in that. I believe we should, you have a challenging worldview, right? Darwinism, atheism, liberalism, feminism, Taoism, whatever it is. Any worldview which challenges Islam, we should intellectually go for the jugular, right? We should understand that worldview, challenge it, and not just shy away from it. But anyway, that was an interesting thing that people didn't really. People here, I don't really think they don't really understand what they're sometimes selling. It's just any popular book which is on Amazon, they just buy it and sell it and stuff like that. That's what I think happens in bookshops here. So anyway, about this book, the reason why I wanted to speak about this is because I haven't read it, but just literally on the back, I'm not sure if you guys can see, it has a guy called Adam K, don't know who that is, and he's basically saying, there is surely no one alive who is better at explaining our world. So he's referring to Yuval Noah Harari, and there's no one better at explaining our world. Now this is a very problematic statement. I mean, I haven't read the book, but I'm just like, this is stupid. This is literally stupid. Why is it stupid? Because you're taking a guy, regardless of whether you're religious or not. I know for religious people, the best people explaining reality is God. Not people, the best people to explain reality are the people who come from God, the prophets of God, who get revelation from God. But anyway, even if you're not religious, even if you're an atheist, you cannot agree with this stupid statement. You cannot. It's just silly. Firstly, a lot of his writings are on anthropology, right? Now, about him, what do people say? What do anthropologists say about his writings? Christopher Holpike, he is an anthropologist, he basically slates Yuval Noah Harari. He says it's that he's not widely read on essential topics. And remember, Yuval Noah Harari is a historian, not an anthropologist. And that if he does mention something that's true, it's just a general fact. It's nothing like amazing, right? And if he mentions something that he ventures out on his own, he's wrong, mostly. And he is sometimes seriously. And basically he just goes off into this negative rant against Yuval Noah Harari. And we should take that seriously. Even if you're an atheist, you should take that seriously. This guy should not be taken as an authority, especially not at explaining the best person to explain the world. Anyway, I'm going to come to Lahore early next year, and I'm going to be giving a talk called Islam Under the Darwinian Lens, which is going to be a thorough refutation of Yuval Noah Harari and the supposed evolution of religion, the way that he actually explains it, the evolution of the belief in God. Of course, using the philosophy of biology to decisively just show that this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. And like I was saying previously, we should challenge these ideas. We should tackle these ideas. We shouldn't be, ignoring these ideas. These are alternative worldviews. Darwinism is a religion. It's an alternative worldview. Evolutionary humanism, as Julian Huxley put it, it's a religion without revelation. So we should actually be challenging these ideologies. And we shouldn't be worried, about this new atheism. Christians. Some Christians, not all, but for example, Christopher Hitchens' brother, his name is He's a theist. I'm sure you guys can find out his name on Google. Paul Hitchens, I forgot what it's called. But anyway, Christopher Hitchens' brother is actually a theist. And they actually even had a debate, Hitchens versus Hitchens, right? And he said, look, Muslims don't really care. He said this in an interview, Muslims don't really care about Dawkins, right? That doesn't affect their worldview. So for Muslims, these ideas are not worrying. They're not difficult. They're nothing but a sideshow in the history of the world, in which you had alternative worldviews which came, and Islam had to deal with them, and Islam had to intellectually defeat them. That happened throughout history. And for us, new atheism is neo-paganism. It's nothing new. As Abdullah Andalusi in the debate with Hijab and Alex and that Colin guy, he said, it's a new flavor of ice cream, right? It's the same thing. Why? Because for atheists and for the ancient pagan Arabs, they both agree on some things. What they agree about is that the material world is the way we live our lives is for this world. That's what the ancient pagans believed before Islam, and that's what the neo-atheists today believe. It's about this world. YOLO, we only live once. It's not a new thing. That's what the pagan Arabs believed in, and that's what the new atheists believed in. For the pagan Arabs, their gods, they used to have these gods called Lat, Manat, Uzza, these gods, right? And they used to make them, and they used to be fascinated by them, and they used to worship them. And for atheists, rather than using science as a way to recognize God and worship God, they've made their study of the universe an idol worship. The universe is an idol for them, and for them, the universe is one grand Uzza, one grand idol, right? So this neo-paganistic worldview of new atheism, we need to tackle it, and we need to tackle it in a way that the people who are sincere atheists, sincere agnostics, they can start to see this is nonsense. Because like I said, most atheists are sheep. If we take out intellectually their leaders, their books, their narratives, then the majority of atheists who are sheep, who don't actually think about this, who are socialized into atheism, they'll recognize that their leaders don't have answers. That's why I'm harsher with people like, say, Richard Dawkins than I am with people like Michael Roos, although they're both Darwinists, they're both atheists, because Richard Dawkins is a militant atheist, so he has to be tackled in a particular way. Michael Roos is a general atheist philosopher, a general Darwinist, so we don't really speak to them in the same way. Anyway, I'm going to be coming back to Karachi, like I said, every month. You Karachi people, I still haven't been able to eat not habshi halwa, to eat student biryani. But at the airport, I did manage to find this lovely, Okay, I just dropped my habshi halwa. Anyway, it's there on the ground. Sad reality. But anyway, I look forward to your comments, questions, and if you're from Karachi, please let me know. And if you're at a particular institute you want me to give a talk, please comment on that below, and I will try to facilitate that. Thank you very much for listening.